Hello. Good evening, everyone. I hope we're doing well. There's a few people here. Huh. How are we doing? Good evening. Hi. Ah. Hello. How's it going? Oh god, the last thing I was listening to. Mm-hmm. Ah, flowers. Oh wow. Hello, everybody. Hi, Car. Hi, Diglett. Hi, Foz. Hi, Dan. How is everybody? So many flowers. Oh my goodness. Hello, Das. Hello. Ah. Oh no. Oh, we've only just started. Okay. Bye bye. Where are the flowers? Ow. Where are the flowers going? Ah. Oh my goodness. Ah. Hello. Just gonna put my little cardigan on. Actually, a little bit chilly. I'll probably warm up in a minute because I think the heating is presently on. A little bit chilly, so I'm gonna put my cardigan on. Ah. So many flowers. Oh my goodness. You alright? You sound half asleep. I'll be brutally honest, chat. I'm not doing the greatest. Um, it's a sad time. I think is the thing, and I don't know how into it I want to get. Yeah, I sound the way I do because I've been having a little cry, and that's okay. How am I twisted already? Is this you guys? Is this you guys the reason that I'm twisted already? How is my body already twisted? Ugh. And there you go. Wow. Yeah. A few things that are not related to one another. Is the thing. Um, which should I start with? One is not good, and the other is just a general update. And I'm like, it's like good, good news or bad news kind of thing. It's not good news, but just news and then bad news, kind of thing. Well, I guess there's no being. It shouldn't really be around the bush, I suppose. Sadie is not well. She is not well. She has declined very rapidly. Essentially was fine yesterday and was pretty fine this morning as well. But come dinner time this evening, has not been well. And that has led to serious conversations between me and Spook, which are sad. And the current conclusion is see where we are in the morning. Is basically what we've come to. Because to put it bluntly, the decision might be made for us in the morning. We don't know. It's as I said, it's very, very rapid. And she was all right this morning, but come dinner time, she was not well, and we've been sat with her. And yeah. I've walked this road before. You guys know I've had many cats in my family. So it's sad. So we've been sat with her. She seems to have okay, she seems all right for now. She was we were a little scared for a bit, but we've sat with her and helped her as best we can, and she seems all right. But there is it is a very real thing. We think that it might just be me when I go downstairs tomorrow morning. And that's life, sadly. I said I've been here before. And I hope this is a very emotional conversation for the gift. Thanks, Hope. That's very sweet of you. I know this isn't a very cheery conversation for the stream, but a lot of you are my friends, and I'm able to talk with you about these things. And yeah, I even said to Spook, I was like, at this point, I need to, I think, just do something, because I think staying awake and stressing for the next 3-4 hours before I inevitably fall asleep from tiredness is it's better. So yeah, so that's the thing, and we'll see. That's valid and that's allowed. Thank you. I missed most of the conversation, but I hope they recover soon. I hope she recovers as well, but it's a very real thing that she might not recover, because she's just old. She's just old, guys, and her body is just giving out. That's the harsh truth of it. She's 21 and she can only keep going for so long. Me and Spook sat downstairs and we're looking through a bunch of the photos and videos that I've taken over the years. We've got so many. Some of them are so silly. I'm just smiling thinking about it, though. She's very silly. Yeah. So, to touch on what Das has just mentioned, this is unrelated to anything. This is just a small announcement that I was going to do today, and then obviously Sadie has not been well. But there was going to be a small announcement today. I have been spoken with Curls, and Curls has decided that she not doesn't want to, but isn't going to regularly be here for Tuesday art streams anymore. And basically it's just because things are different now. We made art stream during the pandemic. This was before I was a full-time streamer. We started Tuesday art stream because it was a pandemic and me and Curls felt kind of trashy. And we felt bad that neither of us were creating things. I wasn't doing artwork and Curls wasn't writing. So those of you who have been here know that we started doing Tuesday art stream. And the idea was that we wanted to, encourage ourselves to start doing artwork, and we wanted to encourage you guys to also join in and start doing art stuff and creative stuff, which a lot of you did, which was really, really sweet as well. So, yeah. But then, the pandemic ended, and my situation has changed, and Curl's situation has changed. And things are different now for both of us. Obviously, we're still very good friends, don't worry about that, obviously. And she has also said that she may come in and say hello from time to time, but don't expect Curls to be here, So she says she might pop in for a guest appearance, but don't expect it every week. But yeah. So yeah, that was just something that me and Curls talked about. It was one of those things where Curls sent it to me in a wall of text, and I could tell that she had clearly was very anxious about telling me this, and of course I was just like, "Bestie, you're fine. It's good. I love you. You're good. Don't worry about it." I'm more concerned about making sure that I still get a chance to hang out with my buddies. So what I was going to do today, and I'm gonna try to do it, as was touched on, is I'm thinking that I maybe won't have a dedicated guest per se for Tuesday evenings, but instead we'll make it an open night for stream friends. Stream friends, you know who you are. Oh my god, oh no, please don't make me cry. I have done enough crying tonight already. Thank you for the support. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Hope. Oh, you're such a sweetie. Yeah, so that was my thought. This was the thought that, oh my god, and Diglett, thank you for the bits as well. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, my thought was that I would maybe make Tuesday an open evening, and stream friends, which is people I trust, basically. You can come join me in the stream room in the Skywolf Discord and chat. The general rules of art stream still apply, which is that I would like you to be doing something creative, not playing video games. And just have a casual chat about stuff. It's entirely optional. I'm happy to be on my own as well, going forward, obviously, tonight. Tonight's a bit of an extreme situation, but I'd be happy to go forward. So it'd be just like a in honor of Sad Blue, I promise I won't throw a ball at you in season 1. But there's other throwables. Yeah. So that's that was kind of the thought. This also sort of leads in a little bit to the fact that I've spoken about this with Spook. This was before Cole's messaged me this, in that I am, in the back of my head, toying around with changing up the stream and perhaps the actual stream schedule in the new year, because, it's been a year. New year, new start kind of thing. It's, freshen it up. So it's something I've been toying with, and this might be one of those things where, if me and Curls aren't doing Tuesday art stream, because I kept that on the schedule because that was what we did. So, Tuesday might change into a daytime stream, or the evening slot might become something else. I talked to Spook and said that, me and Spook do gameplay together on a Friday, which is the only day Spook never has off. Whereas Spook sometimes has a Tuesday off. So maybe Tuesday will become the we play games with Spook day. But I don't know. Obviously, changing up the schedule is something that I need a lot of time to think about. Because, let's be honest, my ADHD brain is not great with change. So changing up the schedule is quite a big thing and is something I will need to think about. Hi, Captain. Thank you for the save reminder. So that's a bunch of stuff that has happened. So there's a little thing to catch everyone up. So yeah, two kind of important things that do not relate to each other in the slightest. And yeah, we're just gonna, I guess, carry on from there. Hi, I didn't know you were here. Sorry, I just kind of kept going. So
you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, friends, it's open. We can have more than one person as well, if people are.
I need help bugging
interested.
her. Someone else get in here.
I have enough people bugging me. Can't you see that Captain's here? I'm sorry, it was right there. Let me have that. But yeah, so that's another thing that we're going to try is having multiple people.
Where is this man's arms?
That's an excellent question. Have you checked his shoulders?
Actually, no, sorry. It's a shoulder guard I'm looking for, not his arms. His arms are there. Little bit, love.
There's a slime.
Oh, hi. He's a slimy boy.
Little slime.
Little slimy guy.
There's not a slime here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, little slime. Yeah. Okay, Captain, have a good sleep.
See you, Cap. Hey, buds. Also, folks, just a little shout. We will not be doing Pop tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I did forget to announce that because of the everything. Yeah, there's no D&D tomorrow. There's no D&D
That's why
tomorrow.
I was saying it. That's why I was saying it. Heads up, folks. It'll be another game. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's why buddies are here.
Thanks, Hope. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night. So yeah, here I was being like, oh, I might, change up the schedule. I also might, just because it's November and that's the kind of thing you got to think about. I may have like a week off around Christmas for a holiday, quote unquote. I don't take holidays, but I might do. I'll probably just see how I feel.
Away by friends.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That is also very possible. I got the Crunchyroll code. Oh yeah! You get the Crunchyroll thing. That's still going. If !Crunchyroll to see the terms and conditions for that for anybody who's interested.
Yes, the Crunchyroll that I'm definitely using right now.
It's 2 months worth. When you're off for Christmas, you can watch Crunchyroll.
Oh, I have a model I am working on for Christmas. He is sat in a box. He is exclusively waiting to be done at Christmas by himself, and
nice.
It's gonna be like a limited kind of thing, and it's gonna be Crunchyroll, Audible. I am just eating podcasts.
If you want Audible recommendations, I can give you a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's something to talk about. I listened to The Legend of Drizzt, the D&D book for hi Frog. The D&D book. There's a lot of them. You know something that I learned yesterday while listening to it? I was making lunch, so this was unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know how 2 wizards decided that they were going to deal with mind flayers?
They hired Zero Little.
No, they used the polymorph spell. But they didn't change their outward appearance. I'm sorry if anybody's squeamish. They used the polymorph spell to change the location of their brain. So when the Mind Flayer came up to have a snack, they didn't find it where it should be.
Canonical D&D lore is a trip,
it is canonical.
Everyone. It's a trip.
It's canonical. These books are canon. They were literally, the wizard was like, Mind Flayers blasts are conical. So we close the distance very rapidly, and they aim the blast at our head. Except our brain is no longer in our head. And therefore, we are safe. And the person's like, but then we're in melee with them. And they go, correct. When they try to eat our brains are not going to be where they should be. And I was stood there in the kitchen just like, what is happening?
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You and I both know full well that this will get yes and in an actual conversation in D&D and work.
Oh well, it worked in the book.
Problem.
Yeah, they swapped it with their butts. By the way, chat. Where
Their brains were in their ass.
Yeah, their brain was in their ass, and the stuff that would normally be in your ass was in their head. So genuinely, what happened is a mind flayer grabbed onto one of them, bit down, and literally went because they got a mouthful of something else.
They were literally told to eat shit.
Exactly. And I literally stood there and I was like, I am listening to an official D&D product about Drizzt and wizards who literally have poop for brains.
Look.
So what we can learn from this, folks, is do not worry about any idea that you have in D&D being absolutely out of this world, because
Correct.
the canonical D&D stuff is way wilder.
Exactly.
Do not worry about it.
So yeah, and this is like freaking book 12 that I'm listening to. We've been on a wild adventure. It's very good. My brain is in my boobs.
Who posted that?
Den.
Is it Den? Yeah, I can't see from this distance, but I was like, that has to be a
I'm
Den
gonna say
comment,
it, that
is
means you're twice as smart than some of us.
Oh shit, I'm an idiot.
Do I say this pun?
Absolutely.
Then it's probably best that you're twice as abreast of the situation as the rest of us.
Boo!
Woo!
Boo this woman. Boo my beloved.
No, absolutely not.
Boo.
Hey.
So, it's been a while since I've been on.
It's been a while since I've seen a few of you, although admittedly I have seen the Frog and Nerin briefly for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's dead.
What did... Oh, for fuck's sake, I have to...
I
have
have
to
jugs of knowledge. My favourite 5e item, jugs of knowledge.
Oh, God. Never ask why an item increases your charisma and your intelligence.
Well, yeah, it's one for each stat.
Yeah.
We need to stop.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Dan. We mean it in the best of intentions. Honestly, we
That's the one
I
that
don't.
started it.
I don't. I'm a horrible piece of shit. We all know this. Anyway, last time I was on, we were getting excited about the opportunity of playing in a Curls-based horror
Oh
game.
yeah, you guys have played Candela Obscura.
It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we were down a Krauser, which was also a very bad thing because both Lartin and Galaxia, who we had the delight to play with, both in that account, were looking at me as if to get gauges of the situation with me of, is this something Curls normally does? And I'm there going, boy, boy and NB, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. She is smiling. Run.
Yep. Also,
it was.
Dan, you need to bully Kay. We need a schedule.
We need a schedule for Okar. Bully him.
And other things, but yes.
That's the only thing that matters. It isn't. It isn't. IT. So we ended up. I ended up playing Eliza Fairheart, and I absolutely loved playing the character. She was a delight to play. Very fun to do. I was the first person to take any kind of damage, and it was because I had to go near the radiation box, and it's one of those things of, you're touching the radiation box. Yep, no matter how you're protected, you're going to get hurt by this. Yep, but someone's got to pick it up, and these two are going to be too fucking scared to take any damage, so I'm going to do it first.
I mean, sometimes new games like that need an icebreaker. If everybody's too scared to do anything, and someone just has to leap in and be like, fuck it, I'll take one for the team.
It was a lot of fun, absolutely. Larton was pretty much playing a character from Oliver Twist? I think it was Oliver Twist. I think it's one of the characters who assists Oliver in learning how to be a bit of a thief initially. That's who he was playing as.
Oh, yeah, the Artful Dodger.
Yes.
Not so much the Artful Dodger, hun. Were they playing Fagin?
No, it was the Artful Dodger, actually.
It was the Artful Dodger, okay.
Yeah. Was playing basically like a late teenager Artful Dodger. And had stolen several people's hats. And both Galaxia's character, M.E. Reed, who, I won't say the actual reason.
They sure do.
Yeah. I won't say the true resolution as to why their name is M.E. Reed, but it was incredibly clever, and I really, really liked it. Because they were, their character was NB. I was playing Eliza, so she's she, her, and Larton was playing a Jammy Dodger. But it was a lot of fun, and so we essentially went up into the mountains and found more or less a shock and horror. I won't spoil the actual like plot of it, but we found the source of the problems, and we somehow survived. Somehow, I mean this quite legitimately. It's actually a miracle that we survived where we did, because we more or less set off a nuke.
Oh my god!
But the nuke was a thing. And Larton's character ended up saving both mine and Galaxia's because they could have escaped, but they saved us instead and managed to get us all out. And Eliza now walks with a cane because she took a bullet to the hip, and her prosthetic arm, which she had lost due to quote unquote the radiation style things that exist in this setting, ended up having more of her arm become more prosthetic as they went on. And because we had to do the thing from Mad Max, where Eliza steadied M.E. Reed's arm for shooting a gun.
Oh, I love that bit. It's a good bit.
Yeah, it's a good bit. So Eliza is deaf in one ear now. Because this is like, you know, a Victorian era gun going off in someone's ear. Good luck, you are now deaf.
Yep, congratulations.
And Eliza has now taken, apparently, a role that exists for a previously existing character in the setting of going into somewhere as an experienced doctor and acquiring information for Candela from a library, which she's more than able to do because she has a literal PhD. So, a lot of fun, really enjoyed it, and Larton went back to stealing hats.
All is right with the world.
And Galaxia ends up having a literal, this is tied to their character, a literal carnival of souls, essentially, and people in their head. Which is like, I'm sure that's not gonna be a problem, but also Eliza looking and going, it's not my problem, best of luck. So it was a lot of fun.
Excellent,
10
we
out
love
of
to
10.
see it.
And of course, it was run by Curls, so it was a fucking delight to be a part of. She was so nervous, but fucking carried it like a queen. Like, you know how she is.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
good. But, so good. And we just fell in love. So much fun. But yeah, that was my little tidbit. And before I even remotely try to continue this conversation, Erwin, Frog, what have you two been up to? Someone been drawing some characters. Someone been drawing some characters smooching, have they?
Smooching?
That's me being terrible. If Frog doesn't want to continue the combo, she ain't gonna.
It ain't canon yet. We ain't talking about it.
It could have happened last night. It could have happened the night they met.
It could have happened, but it's
they
not
woke up in each other.
canon.
Sorry. We're having a couple spout. They woke up in the same bed. I guarantee you, they at least did something akin to it.
There was only one bed. Oh my god.
there wasn't. They were too drunk to tell.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Is this to do with a pair of buns?
No, this was to do with a. This is to do with a. Sorry, now she's made me giggle, so I'm trying not to lose track. This is to do with a deer and a moose.
Ooh.
And chunky boy, like a chunky boy.
It ain't canon yet. It ain't canon yet.
Das is the DM. The only thing that stops it from being canon is time.
Of course that. But it's more the thing of the character themselves is not 100% sure what happened himself. So it's more or less the thing of I'm saying it ain't canon yet.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there in my head just going.
Which is the DM's right, of course.
Of course.
I'm a little shit, but y'all love me. Yeah. Let's see, where the fuck does this go? Somewhere on this body. That's the point. Yeah, that happened. Narrowin, what have you been doing? You've been doing some good art lately, buddy.
I mean, art-wise, I haven't really been doing much. Like, I'm now doing something. But...
Yeah, you posted a few things in the Discord a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, it was just that one.
That's still art, and it's still good.
It was very good, yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm a sucker
Yeah.
for a pretty sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly just me trying to actually figure out what's... Getting my brain to actually, process everything. Like, okay, just, more practice and whatnot. But, because the main thing is sitting, trying to figure out, okay, what does the pencil look like and how to, just work on Clip Studio, basically.
Oops,
Yeah.
Sorry. Smack the mic, sorry.
But, I mean, other than every now and again doing this, like, I've only really just been basically working, sleeping, and gaming. That's my usual.
And that can happen. I find it happens with myself as well, and I try to, like today, for example, it's a good example to go, oh yeah, this is, how in your head, if you were like, okay, this is gym day. So your brain is like a habit builds of, all right, this is the day where you do the gym.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I am
like
with
that.
my stream schedule now, of just like, I've been doing it for so long, and I'm just like, well, this is just how it goes, so the idea of, like, changing it is very sort of, ugh, but that's another spicy thing.
Yeah. Where the fuck is this lid? Yeah. Where the fuck are you? I'm looking around for it. It's a numbered one. I'm looking in the 70s of this thing. No. Well, I can't find 78, so. I know. It's on this. It's somewhere on this thingy. I have to find it. Yes, this is exactly what it is like. When she'll just hear me bitch from the corner going, "Where's fucking 42?" Actually, is it on this other one? Okay, it's not. Thank fuck. Right.
I could have said a hurry pun there, but
yeah, or a hitchhiker. As I was setting it up, how has Blue your Friday streams with the Spooky Boogle gone? How has Digimon gone?
I've been loving that Digimon game. I was saying, I think I was talking about this last week, of like in the space of a week, I discovered 3 games. One was rediscovering Final Fantasy. But we also started playing Digimon, and I started playing Paleo Pines as our new backup game for D&D, and I loved both of those. Like, oh my god, Paleo Pines is so good, but I love the Digimon game. It really, really, like, I remember when I found out about it and I sent it to you, and I was like, it's like the PlayStation 1 game, but like new. And it just has all of the things that like I really love about that. Though I will say, it happened on Friday. I don't think you were there because you were probably working. That I went absolutely insane when we met the Gilmon NPC, because the Gilmon walked up and I was like, oh hey, it's Gilmon. And then
hello, Gilmon. Hello.
Yeah, it just turns up with this rather British accent, and I literally went, who the fuck is this man? What have you done with Gilmon? That's not Gilmon's voice. And Spook was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So literally on the stream, I was like, I have to show you a clip of Gilmon. And then I played the Gilmon bread clip on stream, and I was like, this is what Gilmon's voice is. Who is this man? Who is this elderly man?
Where is my sassy child?
I was so confused.
It's always hilarious when that happens from localization, because it's a thing of, okay, you're aware of the IP, yeah? Yeah. Okay, this character is voiced by this style of voice. Okay, we're going to hire this British actor.
Yeah. So I said to Spook on stream that I can only assume that potentially it was an intentional choice for them to make it clear of it's a different Gilmon. Because the thing is that because Digimon, unlike Pokemon, have a lot more individual personalities, and because they can't actually talk, different Digimon that are the same species will have different voices, much like people do. So I assume they went for a different voice to actually like concrete of like, this is not the Gilmon from Tamers. It is a different Gilmon. They're a different person.
I will throw this in as a little yes and. Please consider that you've met that Gilmon because of a trainer.
Yes.
That Gilmon will digivolve. That voice could be to suit the digivolution.
Could be. Because sometimes in the anime, sometimes it will be the same voice actor when they digivolve, but they're like just doing a slightly different voice. But then sometimes they do actually get a different voice actor to do the different stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, Digimon are a lot more flexible with their voice. Oh, one moment, guys.
Yeah. Love you, Spook.
I'll go and check on that in an hour.
So chat, what's your favorite Digimon? Because mine is War Greymon, because I am a basic bitch. Actually no, I tell a lie, it's Angemon. It's Angemon and it's Magna Angemon as the super evolved form of him, because I'm even a more basic bitch. I've literally just chosen that's a man, but a Digimon.
The problem with my favorite Digimon is I can never remember his name right off the top of my head, but I always remember him as being the... Welcome back, Blue.
I was posing the question of what's everyone's favorite Digimon, and I of course just went Angemon for me.
Oh my god, you're so basic.
Exactly.
Carry on, Frog, because you were the one who was talking.
Yeah, I was saying that the problem with my favorite Digimon is that I cannot remember now off the top of my head what they were called, but I know that they were the companion Digimon, the sort of comedian to Joe's straight man.
Gomamon.
Gomamon.
Yeah, Gomamon is a good bean.
Yeah.
I like Gomamon.
I was in such a hyper focus over this little chap that I went to a screen printing class when I was very, very young, and said, "Oh yeah, I want to make this character." and it ended up being something like 5 color layers that they had to cut to make it work. and I was there late for I was late leaving the class because of it.
They're very good.
Also, if you know my OCs, suddenly a lot of things make a lot more sense.
Yeah, this reads very frog.
I am Gelatinous Slime. I haven't watched or consumed any Digimon content since I was like 8. And I have no idea anything about Digimon anymore, so...
Gatomon, I love Gatomon. I especially love Gatomon in the anime. Yeah. Yeah, Gatomon. I love that. I love that entire arc as well, and Das knows this because we've compared that arc to our own characters. It was one of those days where it was like I was rewatching Digimon, and then I went, shit, we've just recreated this entire story, haven't we? She's even got scars on her hand. What the fuck?
That laugh. I remember it. It kept me up asleep at night. My Otis mine.
I don't remember the name, but floppy ears and Gatling guns. I know exactly who you're referring to.
Yes. That's
Gargomon.
Yes, the Gen 3 Dakamon, as I like to affectionately refer to him as well.
Gargomon.
If not for Angemon, Andromon would be my favorite. Primarily for the same reason that Angemon is, because he's an ultimate, so he is super strong, obviously. But he's an ultimate that, oh yeah, you haven't seen him in about, 2, 3 seasons, 4 seasons. What's the first thing you see him do? Fucking swinging with Machine Dramon.
Yep.
Like, he's straight up fighting a Mega, and it's like, you brave bastard. And then who does he go up against next? He just sees Pieman and goes, right, run hands, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's gonna lose, but he goes at him.
Yeah. Tentomon, yes, the smart insect boy. Flamedramon, Gilmon, Beelzemon, Devilmon, and Renamon, as far as I can remember. I'm sorry, Voz, I'm gonna call you out. Hello! Welcome to your introduction to the furry fandom starter kit.
Renamon?
Renamon.
Yep, and I thank fuck you have a filter on. You just search Renamon.
Can you see the fucking Google Renamon? Can you see these two being blurred out?
Yes, there's a reason.
I have safe search on because I'm not daft.
I'd be more impressed if you actively turned on safe search right now because you were about to search her than any other reason.
Oh my god. Like, I like Renamon. I watched the anime when I was a kid, so I like Renamon as a character. It's one of those things where when you grow up and you learn of things, I just kind of go, why? Now the internet has ruined something I enjoyed.
And I'm sitting there going, why did any of you wait? Leomon's been there for like how many seasons?
He's right there!
Stop being cowards. If you're gonna fuck a furry, there's one right there.
Yeah. I've talked about this before on stream. My favorite is actually Magnadramon.
Having to pause and go back. Which one is Magnadramon again?
It's the mega form of Gatomon.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the pink fluffy dragon.
Oh,
yes.
Or as I referred to them as a kid, because I had I had a card from a cereal box. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I called them the Luck Dragon Digimon.
Yeah, that's why! They're like the Luck Dragon! I love them. And then, obviously, because I am also a furry and I can be basic as well, Garurumon obviously is a good second. It's me.
It's Falcor in Digimon form.
Blue Ice Wolf. Of course, I really enjoy it. I like Garurumon better than Metal Garurumon. I'm not a sci-fi person, so when anything becomes a mech, I'm just like, oh, boo, go back to being a wolf. It's the Arcanine. It's the Arcanine of Digimon.
Okay, question then. Where Garurumon? Where does that stand? Because let's be real. Let's not pretend.
Furry. I mean, look at this statue. I think that says everything you need to say. I still, I prefer regular Garurumon, but that's because I'm fucking ace as fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. I think there was a thing I looked at because, of course, I've fallen deep into rabbit holes recently for OCs, and the first time Angemon transforms into Magna Angemon.
I'm sorry, I just saw this artwork and I started to cry a little bit.
Aww. Aw, but she stole his hat.
He stole his hat. I love that. I love Magnadramon. It's just so fluffy dragon.
It's one that I didn't get as a kid, but that was because I was the boy as a kid of why doesn't it have more like guns or spikes or this or that? I was that kid. Because of course I had no concept of anything other than that. So when I saw Magnadramon and it's like, or a Magna Angemon, and it's like, oh yeah, what does Magna Angemon do? Opens up a delete hole.
Yep.
Literally opens up the bin on your desktop and throws Digimon in them. It's like, oh hey, look, there is Black War Greymon, literally meant to be the most dangerous thing and the anti-protagonist for a hot minute.
See, if the
Magna Angemon shows up. Hello, I'm gonna put you in a box.
I love these moments with Magnadramon and Holy Dramon when Angemon is also mega evolved into a dragon. That's very good. Sorry, Frog, I just spoke right over you.
See, if Digimon was remade and it had meta jokes like that in there, like I cast 404. and stuff like that. Like, yeah, please do that. because it's, I think that's one of the things as I've gotten older that I kind of look at Digimon now. I sort of go, they're meant to be representations of pop culture things and sort of things that exist within the human psyche in a digital world. They're meant to be things from the internet in some sort of circumstance. Think it's basically the same mythology on what Persona runs on, but in a sort of much more diluted, child-friendly form, you know.
Yes.
So it's more, you can do a lot of fun things like that. I mean, you've said yourself, Blue, on a lot of Pokemon are based on yokai.
Yes, there's a large portion of that. There are yokai Digimon as well, which comes naturally from them being Japanese franchises.
Yeah, but I'm sort of thinking, like having Thormon and Lokimon and...
There definitely is. There definitely is. If they're not deliberately called Loki and Thormon, they're fucking close enough. I did just sit here for a minute thinking of that final thing with Magna Angemon in the first fucking series and going, he's literally a fucking antivirus. He takes viruses, puts them in a box, and then he cleanses the other files by undoing Paimon's thing. I'm like, damn it, he's an antivirus. Fuck! And he's a cool paladin one, so I like him.
Yeah. I had this picture up on screen because I remember I briefly had forgotten about Godramon, and as soon as I saw the picture of Godramon, I was like, ah yes, DAS coded.
Hey.
It's a Mega of Angemon. That's also a golden dragon. What do you want from me?
hey. You're right, but hey.
DAS coded. Also, I love this picture, this fan art picture that someone's done that has Magnadramon, Godramon, Azulongmon, and Megidramon of the 4 different dragons. I love this fan art.
Emma Galaxia, you're meant to be on my side.
Yes, that's good, see? We just catch up in chat for a sec. Where did we get up to? Skull Greymon, First Nightmare. Oh god, yeah, I remember that episode. I played my Bloody Raw, and I'm fully aware of Gado. My take of the Onin is good and full. I'm not sure what you're referring to there.
Yep, I only realized about Bloody Raw after making a Vampire the Masquerade gangrel character all bat themed, and suddenly the Bat Lady in Bloody Raw. I'm gonna say no more.
All I know is it's pronounced Draymon. You can leave. The door is right there, Core. You'd really like a Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth if that's the case. I do love Cyber Sleuth. It's on the Switch for anybody who's interested. Very good Digimon game. I think I also talked about that on stream a little bit. Very fun. Also another game that I've not finished because I finish games once in a blue moon. It's literally a Digimon game made by the Persona team. Ah, that's probably why it's so good. I think I sort of briefly recapped it on stream of like the sort of opening concept for the game is you get pulled into the digital world, as often happens in Digimon, but then you get like pulled back out into the human world, except you're like half data now, so you can like go into people's like computers and stuff, and so you become a cyber sleuth because you get hired by a detective agency, because why wouldn't you? Because you can hack into people's machines, literally, because you're like half data, and I need to finish that story because what a concept. Only when Blue controls the moon will a game be finished. Oh my god. Right, but you don't have to say it.
Dragon Vaz, you are correct in that Persona does have good stories, but because of the nature of Blue streams, I will recommend that you check up any trigger warnings in regards to it, because
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that up before we stream a Persona game then.
Yeah, because Persona deals with very, very deep topics in mixed ways.
Right.
It depends on which version of Persona you're dealing with.
Right.
But for example, Persona 5 has a really, really kind of beginning, and then gets gradually better, then takes a massive dive down again.
Oh okay.
And that's generally how they are.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the warning for that one. I'll bear that in mind if that ever comes up.
Yeah. It's definitely mature content. Not always treated with the best sensitivity, I'm gonna say. But check trigger warning sites beforehand.
Noted.
They are good games, just slightly lacking on the sensitivity there. They're Atlas.
Like Candela, it's in a way of, yeah, this is heavy content. It's a good concept, but you have to be in the right mindset to enjoy it. If you don't, oh. Yeah, I just said it aloud earlier, and now I've realized that my favorite Digimon are all Digimon who fight something which is deliberately and just like statistically stronger than themselves. Not sure what that's going to say psycho-wise, but we're going to move on from that.
It's nothing none of us didn't know already about you, sweetie.
Stacey, defend me.
The silence speaks volumes.
I will throw you into another flesh monster.
I was mostly disassociating, but okay.
Understandable, have a good day.
I have been identified as a problem.
Mm-hmm. Be perceived.
Oh, Lord. No!
I'm just a frog hijacking streams. What do you want from me?
Your best.
Okay.
That's all we can ask for.
You do that every day, and I love you very much. Yes, I'm going to be entirely soppy in front of her because I can. Wow.
Perceiving? You'll actually be perceiving.
Don't perceive me, you motherfucker!
Perceiving.
We perceiving.
No, I roll. Hang on. I roll to stealth. I roll to stealth. Hold on.
Roll the steeth.
Hang on. Fuck, it's only a 10.
Be perceived.
Now!
And stay hydrated. Drink water.
Beep beep, you're being perceived.
Also, I am going to shout this out because I'm definitely not trying to drag this away from myself. Anytime the badass Digimon, digital monsters was always good, but when Hey Digimon came on, you know someone was about to get fucking... When that came on, you knew a villain was about to get fucking bodied.
Hell yeah. Digimon equivalent of Heart of a True Hero, which is the Monster Hunter theme. So good.
Or in Final Fantasy, the do-do-do-do-do. Just every time it's done with like different instruments depending on which expansion you're in or something like that, but it's always the same vibe song. You're like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this villain. I am amped up to high heaven.
The Warrior of Light leitmotif.
Yes. We love a good leitmotif in our games.
Galaxia, you get it.
Galaxia, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
There are two sides to
There
this
are
coin.
there are two sides. There's either a gold dragon or a frog.
Also, unfortunately, I don't think Frog's icon has it yet, but there's meant to be a tiny lizard on her one to represent me.
Aww, gay.
Absolutely. I was about to use the F word for it because we're queer, but also I don't want to say it.
I think that would actually
You
maybe
know
get me banned from Twitch, so please don't.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. I stopped it. But we all know absolute in that way, but we are all that way
I think they
because we're
definitely
gay.
don't like that word.
TOS.
Just slap a big old demonetized across the screen.
You need the fucking the edit where people have it where it'll fade to a different screen, but instead it's the wonderful gent from We Are Number One, that song of just going, don't let your kids watch it.
Oh yeah,
No,
Bard's got that. Bard has that on their screen.
No.
They've got a thing that pops up and goes, don't let your kids watch it.
No, you have the Be Right Back sting. Ba-da-ba-ba. Did you know the joke?
I don't know that one, I'm sorry.
The technical difficulties thing that will pop up, the
Oh yes.
almost like an elevator theme, kinda. That one, hun?
Well, hang on. Google, I require your assistance. See, Galaxia gets it.
Everyone, get fucking low kick ready. A goddamn mill tank is showing up in the chat. Get they ass!
And because I've watched every Eric Andre episode, fair.
Vaz wants that milk.
Get ye milk. Milk it.
We found out today in work.
What did I come back to? Sorry.
Milk tank.
We found out today in work what the Christmas dinner was going to be for the company.
Ooh. And
hilariously, it's the day before a big Warhammer event for me. So I'm like, great! That gives me an excuse to double not drink because I have to drive and I have to be up early for the next thing. So it gives me two things. Also, Apparently they cater for 80 people at this thing. They do it every time.
Jesus.
So I am taking so much Tupperware back of just turkey slices.
Give me the food.
I'm just hoping that it can be frozen. Is all I'm gonna say.
It won't be frozen, but it's next day nibbles. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna bring some back and bring it as like Tupperware shit for the next event I'm going to.
Yeah, you probably won't. It's probably one of the. Well, the thing is, it's probably food that has already been previously frozen that they've cooked. So I don't know if you'd necessarily be able to. You should really freeze it again.
The thing is, the way that you were talking, Hun, was that you were going to carry back the leftovers from 80 surveys. So I was sort of like, okay, we're going to end up with like 10 Tupperware containers.
Honey, I'm a chubby boy. I'm not that chubby. I'm not taking the whole fucking thing.
Well, the way that you were talking, I was thinking that was going to happen.
I could see where the confusion came from.
It's sort of like, that's a lot of food.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour.
I'm hungry. You better feed me.
Where the fuck
You say that sounds like we can speak. Oh my god. Fill your boots. Writing a doc in Photoshop. Ooh, Voz is making something.
Oh, that was the thing as well. I think Curls was a delight and did post them up, but she did make PD stuff in Photoshop for us for for Candela, and it was like nearly SC. I use this term not because it was, but because it's a good way to give a visual for people. It was almost like SCP grade documents that Eliza had of like experiments, because she had previously worked undercover for Candela, which is where her radiation got done to her, basically, where she ended up suffering it because she was undercover in an agency. And yeah, that was a interesting read where she was like, oh yeah, I have a thing for you. 5 minutes before we begin, wham, here, have 2 PDFs full of information. Process it, fucker. And I'm like, ah!
Here's the lore.
The lore.
The lore.
The lore. Also, I did lose 2 of my 3 games at the weekend, but I beat the ever-loving shit out of such a snobby prick. It felt so good.
We love to see it.
Also, the ratings did go up, and in our local circuit, I am now the 31st out of 41 people, which I looked at and went, huh. And a bunch of people, and one of the guys who is another shit talker, is at the bottom of the rankings, and I went,
Gift.
Galaxia, I know this is in reference to Candela, but reading that phrase, reading what you just put in chat, made me think of the very old 80s ads, which was just like, Charlie says, da 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 da, and it's this. The Prodigy did a track for it. Just
are you
really,
right, love?
really.
What the fuck?
I'm alright. I'm showing my
I'm
age
glad
here.
I'm not the only one who's lost.
Honey, I love you. I love you so much. You literally just said, hey guys, watch this, and you jumped out of plane. We're all going, where the fuck you go?
I really thought you were just gonna be like, Frog, I love you dearly. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I did, but I did it in my own way. Okay, everyone, you know the plan. Hey, dudes, they jumped.
Oh. Oh my god,
They
he ran in.
I'm blue, gabba-dee-da-doo-day. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's seen that fucking rendition online of, all right, everyone, you know the plan. And they jump out of the window, and it goes, hey, dudes, he jumped. They jumped! And then it's I blue, I could green, I would die. It was that song they're gonna play that randomly in the show.
Oh shit. Fuck.
I don't know what you're referring to, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
I was curious what these empty panels were on the back of it, because I was like, I've not been asked to put anything on these empty panels yet. And then I paused, look at the final page, and it's just adding cosmetic shit to the back of this, like, ammo packs, bags, storage things, and I'm like, fuck, there's like 16 things to paste on here. Piss. I nearly stabbed myself with a snips.
It's stuck in your head now, isn't it?
Yep. It's fucking, it's jammed in there and it ain't leaving.
It's rattling around.
Yep, like Thane, rattling in my fucking head. He has been so loud. I've literally had to
Rotating like rotisserie chicken.
He's rotating me.
Oh, please don't say that about Thane. That's a very dark thought. I don't like that, no.
Well, the boy's got a lot of beef to cook, you know?
Let him cook!
Render out.
Please no. Please no.
Let him cook.
Let him cook!
Look, I'm not...
Let the boy cook!
I'm just saying, if someone lets him cook inside in Serpent's Head, it'll be like, yeah, he gets to show off for being an awesome, cool thing. He's gonna fumble. He will drop the ball so fucking hard. Like, I know he will, because he's me, but... He'll try, but he's gonna fumble.
Aww.
Cause yeah, him straight up just like, by the way, that's the place you died. You just circumvented it. Anyway, we're moving on, and he's just there in my head going, just screaming, like, buddy. Don't know how you're gonna be able to process that.
Yeah. Also, chat. I seem to gather information like a sponge, and I don't know where it comes from half the time. So if I say something weird on these streams, know that yes, it is weird, and I have no idea where it came from myself. So
don't worry, honey. None of us know where it came from either. Oh, Lord. You're alright, love. You're alright, love.
It's like, oh my god, this reminds me of a safety commercial from the 70s. I'm like, what? Where did that come from? Where did this come from?
Honey, you're not typical.
Yes, I am not typical. I am Frog. How are you?
As I like to say, we're on the spicy spectrum. It's fine.
We are the rotisserie chicken.
I just think of the Invincible meme of Thane being like, when do I get to process these feelings? And Tala being there, that's the neat thing, you don't!
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, right now, all he's doing is he's basically looking at every single terrible thing that's going on, and he is just storing it all, like one giant Rebuke the Violent in his chest. And I've told girls, like, either this is gonna blow up in his chest, or he's going to aim this at something. I don't know which will come first.
Also, Core, leave. Leave now. That is such a terrible pun.
Oh my god, the door is there. We call it the DK... What? I'll elaborate one day. Okay. That's a story for another day.
Galaxia will just refer to it as a dyspraxic thing. and it just happens.
We'll put a pin in that and we'll save it for a stream one day.
A common thing I like to... It's like the universal dyspraxic thing. You try and do a high five and you just end up missing each other.
Oh no.
And it is just a thing of, yeah, you're dyspraxic too? Yeah, dyspraxic too. Okay, we'll move on.
Same hat. Same hat.
Same ND. Same ND. I've been playing a lot of Age of Wonders 4 and like the multiplayer modes where if you create a character and you complete a mission with them, they become someone who can appear in other things. The amount of times Thane has just shown up and immediately declared war on Galgarond is really funny to me.
Storytelling.
Yes, it's like, which one of these two people is the one who's the asshole? It's like, well, one keeps declaring war. It's like, yeah, but did you see who's declaring war on? Yeah, that's fair. Also, I basically built a campaign in that game stylized after like how Vlakith does things, and I'm like, oh, this is busted.
Oh dear.
All these mechanics are busted. Well, shit.
Also, Galaxia, same. Except I did it on someone's shoulder once.
Oh no.
I know, Galaxia, I know, but trust me,
Oh my god, yeah. They are correct. They are correct.
I know your pain.
Also, at my local, I have made the request of, hey folks, I want to try out the data sheets for these models, but I don't own these models. Can I use these substitutes for the meantime until I, decide whether or not I want to buy them? And people went, you've literally like given us 5 examples of models you're going to use as alternatives, which all could legitimately represent those models. Go ahead. You are better than half the people here who sometimes will just use bases. And then they were like, yeah, and then there's Nick, who used fucking trees models once. Like, straight up just trees.
It's just the way you're like, and then there's fucking Nick. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus, what did Nick do?
That's what Nick did.
I mean, if they were playing Eds, then fair enough. But I mean...
They were playing Tau!
Yeah!
They were playing Tau.
I don't
they were playing
think so.
It's like, oh, Tau, they have super mega railguns, and then he just puts down a tree, and everyone goes, what, are you throwing the fucking tree? Oh, Lord. And then there's another guy going, hey guys, check out these new models I got for these Rough Riders, these really cool motorbike Gene Stealer cult people, and it's just 5 empty bases. It's just 5 empty bases. Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's also a common thing, picking up on Galaxia's point in chat about the dyspraxic thing. Whenever I have to do an icebreaker with anyone, I have to say, hi, I'm Frog. I walk into walls.
That's a great way to do it.
And they look at me with raised eyebrows, quite rightly so, and then I have to explain, yes, I have a perception issue. That if I am tired, I will walk into walls, I will trip up on stuff, just so that you're aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of it, but if I'm tired, I won't be. So just be aware, and everyone, it depends. You can say a lot about how their reaction is after I say that, in that they will either go, okay, we'll just keep an eye on you, and or they'll have a very sarcastic response of, oh, they walk into walls, okay, sure.
There's been times at work where someone's asked me, hey, why doesn't your partner drive? And I go, I will be lying in bed and just hear the biggest thump ever and go, you right, love? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's my partner. I can't let that drive, or let her drive, and especially, she can drive, not my car. If she wants to get a car to do it, she can by all means do it. Won't be my fucking car. Love you, hun, but let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of my own embarrassment, say the go-kart story.
Oh no, what's the go-kart story?
So, when the wonderful Kraser and the wonderful Den came down to visit for my birthday, which again, I greatly appreciate that they did, meant the world to me. They came down for my birthday. Stacy was first out the gate at the go-karting. And literally went forward, went left, wham right into the wall.
Oh,
like,
boy.
immediately. Not even count down 10 seconds to kick off. Just bam. So, of course, I was behind her, trying not to crash because I was laughing. Because I knew she was fine. I knew she was fine.
Yeah, it's go-karting. Of course, it's designed to crash.
I knew she was fine, but I'm just there in the back going... I'm literally like the little fucking Gretchen on Jabba's shoulder going... Right. I'm just gluing this on, and then I'm leaving this model the fuck alone, because it does look like a much fuller model, but so much of this needs work done on it. So fucking much. I could be Salacious Crumb if I choose to be.
I forgot that was his name until you said it.
Yeah. I could be Salacious Crumb if I want to. Let an NB have their dreams. Put that one there. Do 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 do.
I'm an MV.
He's a
I
bit
can run if I
loud.
want to.
Cool down.
Cry if I want to. I'm an envy and I can crumb if I want to. Crumb if I want to.
Well, hello, my dears. I heard someone refer to me. How can I help?
God fucking damn it.
You can't quite make me leave, I'm afraid. Yes, you killed me, but I live on in you. Every flinch, every reaction, every traumatic response, I am there. Yes, hit your fucking bingo card. Don't forget to stretch and drink your water and save your fucking files as well, you whores. Affectionate. I'd say that'll do for now. I'm gonna put this tank over here to dry. I see, Blue, I know you make the joke every time, right? I know you do. But, like, if you're going to do it, you may as well actually keep track of the other things on that fucking checklist. Because I know a good few of them have probably already happened.
It's only on a per stream basis.
No, we've had tangents already today.
I mean,
I'm certain you probably popped an elbow.
This is an entire one. Yeah. This entire stream is a tangent because we've got 3 people here.
We've had background spook.
That's true. Spook came and said goodnight.
I have ranted at least once because I existed on the stream.
Yes, because Warhammer came up.
Yes. We missed the Pokemon spawn because it happened at the first of it, as always.
I don't count that one. So that's just part of the stream. If it's guaranteed to happen every time, then it's not bingo, is it? That's just part of the stream. Miss Pokemon spawn to me is when somebody goes, "Oh fuck, there was a thing, I wasn't paying attention." It's a free space in the center, basically. I need to make this into an actual square.
I've received a text. Oh, yeah. Appointment tomorrow.
Nice. Well, hopefully nice.
Yeah, it's just physical therapy.
Ah, right.
Also, folks, just a quick little art tip for you lovely chat. Drawing a character with deer legs 3/4 from behind is very, very mind-numbing. I'm just gonna say that.
3/4 from behind, you say?
Ooh. I just got up to look.
Okay.
Stacey has been trying to draw comic panels from the last pop session.
I thought they got away with that, Galaxy.
Help me.
I'm sorry.
Help me!
No, suffer. See, I joke about this, but the moment I hear her get up, I'm just gonna go, honey, 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 honey! But she won't because she's hyperfixating, so I have a brief reprieve before she will come back and get her get back. In the meantime, let's try to paint this man. Shit! I just got frog jump scared. How the fuck did you get up? That chair creaks like a motherfucker. How did you get up quietly?
Intent.
Never mind.
It was the courtesy of hearing it before.
The cackle.
Yeah, that is Gremlin Frog.
Love it.
Never done a distracting ghost.
We don't walk through the walls, we walk onto them.
Yeah, that's the way.
See, Galaxia got there before me.
Also, just because I'm painting, this is going to be a stretch, but there's people here who probably played StarCraft, and there's many people who don't. There was 2 units in the StarCraft human campaign, which were like a jetpack troop with like pistols that could throw demo charges called Reapers. And there was one that was a big chunky one that had flamed gauntlets. And I've realized, decades later, literally about a decade plus later, playing Warhammer 40k, 2 model sets that I love to use are literally just those guys again. Fuck.
Newsflash, asshole! It's been these guys the entire time.
It's like I have a type. Lord. Oh well, it's happened. Anyway, moving on. Firebats and Reapers. Firebats and Reapers. I love them both. Firebats were great because you just sat them in a bunker and they just burnt everything around them. It was lovely. I love my chunky boys. Which again, I keep saying it at the local and everyone stops and turns at me and like, what? I'm queer. Moving on.
And thus we reach the quiet part of the stream,
Yes,
where
the focus time.
Left Bank 2 is sure to play. I keep making that reference and no one knows what I mean.
I don't. I'm just thinking that the other day when we sat down for dinner, Spook put the Blue Planet on, and I was like, oh, that's a weird choice for something to put on. We very rarely watch a documentary, and I'm wondering if he put it on literally because it's like, I told him the day before, I'm starting the water level. Wait a minute, are you trying to give me inspiration, you sneaky fuck?
Did it work?
Maybe.
Yeah, I fucking thought so.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh, absolutely.
This is how I've ended up getting hyperfixations in the past.
But yeah, the guys that I really like, the models, they have the quote-unquote chunky armor type from the most modern set of Marines. Um, but the reason they do isn't for like frontline close quarters combat or anything like that. It's because they get dropped from low orbit and it's just to keep them alive. Because they've got jump packs. So it's like to let them land without like, dying. At least consistently, I guess. And yeah, I like them, and they're models that I want to get, but also I have enough for now. So, folks, let me
Gringo Burr.
Yes, I like speedy men with DACA guns. Because after tourney, the one thing I noticed with my army was once I think it got like a thing was said like everyone's like, how do we beat Daz? Break their fucking cars. Stop them from driving around the map and you're fine. And I'm like, God damn it.
No, don't destroy my cars. You're so sexy.
Motherfucker, I just paid that off. You son of a bitch. I did manage to use a trick with it where essentially if someone damages the car, or I call it the car, but essentially the transports, APCs, and you have got models in there that are eligible to shoot the target if they get out, you can like spend a resource that you get every turn to get out of your car and shoot them. Legitimately, like, who the fuck shot my car? You! Bang!
You! Grabs.
Which did catch out a player, and he looked at it and went, oh fuck! All 6 of them are out, aren't they? And they're basically anti-tank guns. And I said, yes. He looked at the tank that just shot mine and went, I'll just take that off the board.
Bye-bye. You served me well.
Because he didn't realize that they were going to do it. But at the end of the turn, at the end of my next turn, I had them close to each other. So I had them do a bunch of cool shooting and then immediately get back in the tank for free from another trick. And he's there like, I don't like dealing with that. That is annoying. And I said, you are artillerying me with 6 fucking models. Shut. You have 6 different artillery pieces. Let me get in my car. And I'll do for now for that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on then, boss. Go on and snitch on me. Somebody's playing Baldur's Gate, and another somebody's playing VR chat. Oh, it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, I love going over to my partner when they ask for advice and I just say, just pile a bunch of bodies on it.
Is there something you have to press, or is it a thing that just happens? The wink is my actual face tracking. I can wink when I wink IRL. The zoom is a button I press. My face tracking is at least good enough to individually track each eye. That's about as good as my face tracking is, because I don't have an iPhone.
These models individually need to be done up, so I'll do them at another point. I'll have to rewatch a video to paint those models correctly. Well, with the scheme I want to make sure I get it correctly, so I'm going to use a reference point again. Do I even need to? Not really. Ah, fuck it, I'll just do it the way I want to. Caliban Green, come here. Oh fuck, I missed a teddy or so.
Bingo card.
Bingo. There it is. That's the fuck. That's literally what I said it was. It's not. It literally. There's a difference between choosing not to have a Pokemon and then being like, ah, fuck, I missed it because I wasn't paying attention.
Also, I've been listening to The Epic. It's essentially, it's not a musical that's ever been performed. It's a musical that's had its vocals done for, like, they've literally just done it on Spotify, essentially. They've never done a stage performance of it, basically.
Oh, okay.
And it's about The Epic. It's about Troy and then Odysseus' return. And, yeah, there's some songs on that, and I'm just like, they've been rattling in my head so loud for Thane, and I'm like,
I mean, if it's a musical about Greek heroes, then yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's my hole. It was built for me.
No. Carl's looked at it and said, "Hey, I know what I could do."
Yeah. Speaking of Curls, I'm gonna assume she just crashed because I saw her load up Baldur's Gate, and now it's just popped up to be like, Curls' Steam library is now available. I'm like, you closed that very quickly.
That's called some mods probably didn't work or something. I don't know.
Oopsie.
Oopsie doodle.
Curls is now playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Girls, we love you. We are not actively roasting you, but we are also actively roasting you.
I am. I'm her friend. It's my job. Yeah. She would do the same for me.
I do, because Stacey's working on it right now, I do just like pause and go, oh yeah, the pit.
The pit?
Yeah, that's essentially what I've referred to the space you're in Pop.
Oh yeah, I literally called the episode Into the Pit. My brain had to re-engage because you changed topic. I was like, the pit? Is this still something to do with, like, minis? I was like, what?
Into the thick of it. Into the pit.
Yeah, I did VOD management today.
Admire my work while you dive into the pit. Hang around for the big surprise. Come close,
If you're interested, shared slots and bank tabs are 20% off. I maybe would be interested in a bank tab. What I'm more interested in is freaking storage expansion for materials, the material storage. Going from 250 to 500 would be game changing because a lot of the stuff that takes up my inventory is just extra materials.
Also, Blue, over the weekend, they've released new Terminator. That's the big, chunky armor, the new, cool, chunky-looking armor they've revealed for 40k.
Right.
They've released some of it, and essentially they're like a knight design from a particular chapter of Marines, and I've been looking at it going, because I sent it to herself, Stacey, earlier, of one of them is essentially one model, which is an older sculpt, which is scrawnier, thinner, like definitely not as impressive comparatively, and the other one is just a fucking raid boss looking motherfucker. and I just went, how Thane sees himself, how other people see Thane.
Oh.
It's like, everyone going, Thane's like, oh yeah, I'm kind of okay. And it's like, my brother in Christ, you will show up, and there are things that will go, why did I hear boss music? Every assassin sees Thane, shit, okay, no more fun allowed, fuck. Like, no, go on, hit him again. Do it. Hit him again. See what happens. Do it.
The weird thing is that I feel in a similar way about Hurry. But because Hurry is still seen as just a small boy, all of that power is internalized.
Yeah.
So it's
baby boy, sweet baby boy. Decimates an entire army. Oh.
Oh. Not so baby boy. Okay.
Not so baby boy. Also, I did just look back to the screen to see Boba. Cover it up, slut.
Put him away, slut.
Oh, Lord. No. Thane is allowed to have Big Boba and a dump truck because he deserves it. He's had
Absolutely.
trauma. I'm allowed to have my boy have the cute things. There was some very good art that, unfortunately, it's one of those ones where you're like, I'd love to crop this from the waist up for reasons of a character.
Yeah.
And I'm going, see, okay, this body type is a great reference, but also, like, anyone who knows what this art is will know it's like, I know who you follow. It's like, shit.
Squeaks.
It's more pinup art. It's not NSFW. But it's also a character you've not met yet in Baldur's Gate, so I've not, like, gone, hey, here's a funny.
Fair.
I think I might need to get a new bulb or something, or like another source of light for this room. Because there gets to a stage where I'm like, I can't quite see the model.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very clearly missing elements of it because it's gotten darker.
Yeah, we don't have the natural light anymore.
Yeah. Oh well, my paycheck's coming in either tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see.
There's also Christmas.
Yeah, the mid-Chrysler. We're getting a coffee machine for Christmas.
Ooh, nice. Is it one of those ones that takes, like, the pods? The little capsule ones?
Yeah, thinking of them.
We're debating it because I'm not the biggest fan of the pods.
Right.
But it's more I'm thinking of getting not a pod coffee machine, but more one that actually has the bean grinding function.
Right, one of them.
On it. But it is one of those. Yeah, no, one of us is awake earlier than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that thing of, okay, they're awake.
Yeah.
Of course,
Cool.
the noise, yeah.
Daisy was like, oh, you could have coffee in the morning before you go to work. And I just leaned in and went, like, I love you, but I think you will try to kill me if I do that too much in the morning.
I'm sure that's a good idea.
No, we'll go with it. Yeah. But we will probably get one still because, yeah, it'll be banger.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of banger, this paint goes on so tidily onto the priming colors that I've chosen. I love it.
Room is dark to 20k lumens. They need a little bit of night, not blinding.
Core, I need to see a model. I don't need to know Gondor calls for aid. Fucking hell.
that was Voz.
Voz. Oh, sorry. I saw something being made and I thought it was a bad pun.
You literally just.
I saw a dumb
But
pun and I thought it
no!
was core.
Well, I'm right here.
Sorry,
oh, sorry,
force
force
of
of habit.
habit.
Lisa, no!
Oh yeah, I'm not used to Vaughn saying it. Don't you do that to me.
I mean it in the most affectionate way.
Uh-huh, sure you fucking do.
Yeah.
Don't you mammy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Don't you fucking come here. Don't you fucking come here. Come here.
No! What? Sorry, force of habit. Lisa, no!
Yeah, I thought it was you. Force a habit. It's almost like Core, you always talk shit, so I just presume it's you. Why can I? Oh, that's why I can't move the fucking chair. Also, Stacy came back from going out for a little bit of a walk earlier, and I was just in my chair, just like a mimir, just fucking full asleep in my morning robe.
Oh, big sleepy.
Oh, I had a big sleeper. I was fully going.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Exactly. Also, Blue, I have said this to Curls because I was like, hey, I need to say this to you because you're the DM. And I need you to be aware that this is what my character is screaming in my head. So if I do this, you'll know that at least I'm not doing this just to throw you for a loop. Thane might very well go, okay, everyone, here's the plan. Give everyone their plans, and then fuck off into the village, into the city.
Oh, God.
Like, straight up trying to save people. And I was like, he's gonna want to try and do it. He's gonna want to try and do it. And I know he's gonna want to try and do it. Like, if something will happen that will stop him from doing it, so be it. But he's going to try it. So be aware that this is something that he wants to do. And it's very loud in his head of like, I've got to help people because it's Thane.
Mm-hmm.
It's that classic thing of, well, of course he'd do that. He's Captain Goddamn America. It's like, yeah, of course Captain America would stand up to that thing. It's Captain fucking America. It's that idea. Thane is going to try and run into the city and help people.
Mm-hmm.
And I did emphasize this of, this will mean Thane is very likely going to be alone in this city, which I know is very unhealthy. As does he. Does he care? No, people are in danger. Zal has literally just got a ship sailing towards the city with a bomb on it.
Alone? No, not happening.
D&D.
No, not happening. No.
There are
Hurry,
two
Josh.
kinds of people. Because I'm already thinking, just like, how can Talus scream at him on this occasion? Good cop, bad cop time.
Yeah, it's more likely going to be a situation of,
Oh God, Tyler and her in good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, basically. Am I wrong?
Except good cop, bad cop. But they tolerate each other. Tyler and Hurry don't tolerate each other.
No,
I'd like to think
Hurry,
they tried.
Hurry tolerates Tala. Tala doesn't tolerate anybody.
because if she gets close to someone, she'll develop emotion, and it could be used
No,
against her.
we can't have emotions. Emotions are cringe.
Be cringe, you stupid bitch. Woe betide, cringe be upon thee, Tala.
No.
The found family trope is here to help you. Cringe be upon thee. But it's less of a thing of, hey guys, I'm gonna go do this, and then someone's gonna go, and instead of it's gonna be, all right guys, we're going into this thing. And it's like, all right, well, wait, where's Thane gone? And Thane's already misty stepped onto me, and it's just gone out. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not even waiting for permission. If I do it, I do it. But know that I'm not doing this to be a problem player. It's like, he is loudly in my head going, I've got to do this thing. I've got to do this thing. I've got to do this thing.
Comic pages are a lot of work, folks. I'm just gonna say it, there are a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
And I've done the initial layout for 2 of these pages. I've just been a little over ambitious with how detailed this is gonna be. Just for a very basic payoff. But I'm doing this purely as a practice thing. Then again, it also doesn't help that I have a character with deer legs and a very long tail that I have got to put into the composition somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my I have caused my own suffering here, so don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Just moving stuff around on my desk. One sec.
I keep looking at your stream, Blue, and I keep wanting you to put Echo the Dolphin OST on.
Oh my god, that would be so
it's
good.
It's a very, very specific aesthetic.
Yeah, it is. It's oddly fitting though because I've got the theme of Frothy Aqua playing at the moment. That's oddly suited to what's happening. all of these in a group to keep my layers organised.
Also, because again, the brain gubber. Literally, when Carl said, "Oh, by the way, yeah, like you might find people from, like on Latham and stuff like this." Like she's listing off all the things. Like, wait, hold on, what was that last one? Like, oh yeah, maybe some red furs are here, or maybe some. No, motherfucker, the other one.
Back one.
Hold the fuck on a second here. Wait. And literally, it's just the meme of Jennifer Lawrence on the first week feasting of, "What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And I'm just there like, because here is a bunch of people who hypothetically, if any of them are alive, Thane looked up to all of them because they were actual knights, and it's like, oh, wait, is that Thane? Why is he glowing? Why is he glowing? What the fuck? Wait, hold on a second. Am I delirious? Why the fuck is Thane Aristar glowing? What the fuck? It's like, oh yeah, I have powers now. I'm the chosen to Teneros. What? Oh yeah, and I'm gonna go kill the king. Wait, steps. And then they're like, wait, go back one. Hold on a sec. What? Yeah, I don't know how that thought of them being there, I'm like, yeah, this is Dad's brain, because Thane fully expects them all to be dead. They are all fully dead. If any of them are alive, it's like, hold the fuck up. How are you alive? There is no way you should be alive. How the fuck are you alive?
Castle's haunted. What? Starts glowing. Castle's haunted.
Castle's haunted.
Oh yeah, I hadn't talked to a friend in a long time who was a big fan of Thane, and they were like, yeah, so how's things going on in the campaign? And I had to go, okay. So, what elements of this campaign do you know when it comes to these things? And they were like, oh, I know that this is this. I know that this woman is like the superpowered servant of the god. And I went, that last one, about that. Not no more. It's like, the fuck you mean not no more?
Fuck you mean nuh-uh?
Honestly, that's just counterspell the fucking thing. Nuh-uh. The fuck you mean nuh-uh? And I had to list it all off, and they went, oh. Huh. And I'm like, yeah, so you know how, like, this is definitely everyone else's story, and, like, as well as his, and I'm not trying to prioritize him on it in any way, but he is so loud in my head right now. And she's like, can he rest? It's like, in fairness to him, he did get, like, a dream in a Fae story where he ended up being at a frivolous adult activity involving multiple people, all of which were Fae and one god. Did he do anything? I don't know. Ask him. Like he's gotten his little, penance, his little there you go, buddy, you're okay kind of thing.
Pats.
Basically, more or less. Now then. I really like how this dark green is coming along. Give this another coat of this stuff. And then go on to the other deeper layers and go from there. Now where's the tank that I was
Blue.
What?
Blue, I just found some very important information.
Oh?
There's a Lego Mist linking book set.
Oh my god!
It's available for pre-order.
No, I don't even go here. I have too many expensive hobbies already, don't get me into Lego.
Nobody tell Kay.
It's got the red and blue pages.
Yes. Even Galaxia's like, no! One of the things I actually want to do on the stream in the future is have a go at the Mist VR, because I do have access to it, because I share a Steam library with my dad, and my dad owns it. And I'm like, that would be fun, because it's one of those things where it's been long enough that I've forgotten a lot of things.
Well, there goes my phone.
Pokemon MMO.
Anyone play Pokemon? There's multiple Pokemon MMOs, and I have played several of them in my lifetime. They're fan-made, obviously.
Yeah, there's no real Pokemon MMO. But, not much, honestly. Right. Time to post up.
Lord, did I play a lot of, Oh god, I had the name and now it's gone. Fuck. Brain, why? Never mind, it's gone. Leave it.
There's also something kind of cool knowing that Cyan have done a Mist Island parody, but it's on a t-shirt, but it's a parody of the Joy Division artwork.
That's pretty cool.
Which is incredibly cool.
Pokemon Crater. That's what I played a lot of in school. Browser-based Pokemon MMO. I think it did get shut down, but then it got revived.
I have posted up the whips that I've done so far tonight, and I still love the little Terminator just as the little finger pokey out of like boogie woogie woogie. And if you guys want to see where I post these things, you can check out Blue's Discord about such things.
Thanks. Mist is
Also-
very nice. Yeah, I love Mist and Riven.
Things and stuff.
We're big fans of them here. Big stretch.
It's health check time.
Yes, full health check has occurred. Just when I thought we'd get away with it.
Oh shit, an artist I really like has followed my model painting thing. Ah.
Ooh, nice. That's always exciting.
It's one of those things where like I'm on their Discord, I post things up, and now they're there, I'm like, ah, fuck!
Ah!
Also, having posted them up in places, when I post models up now and people go, "The Forlorn Flame," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, you recognize my chapter." Ah!
Hey!
I am being perceived!
Be perceived.
No!
Beep beep, you are being perceived.
I just gave someone a little bit of a snippet of what my lore for my chapter is, and they went, "Oh!" Which is always fun. Essentially, a good guy chapter of Marines who have had the thing that makes more of them infected by a bad guy one, by, you know, that element of, uh-oh, which one is going to be the one that's most prominent, and the two sides of it are, oh, these two sides of the faction fucking hate each other, and I'm like, yep, that's why this is fun.
Let's throw some of this stuff into our preview that we made. Thank you for the save reminder.
Well, there's that for today.
Very gorgeous work, lad. Loving that, and I'm loving that shooting star.
Oh my god, yes, I love the shooting star.
I posted up my whips on thing, and because my little miniature is doing the thing, a little pose, someone's went something disco inferno. Oh no, so many more people are immediately. Oh shit, I'm being perceived.
Behold Snowball.
No. Nick. That's like what I say whenever I see something gross. I go, pan ick. Oh boy, Vlakit just opened the Tome of Magic, Finger of Death.
What?
Age of Wonder. It's a game I'm playing, and I'm basically running Vlakith as a character in it, and yeah, she sure do be a raid boss in this.
Look at all these sea punk vibes happening up in here. What?
I just opened up a thing and went, why did I have 6 notifications? Ah! Time to immediately go to a friend's Twitter and...
Ah! We have vastly different audiences.
Yes, but I know people who want commissions. Repost, and there. Good Samaritan done. Yeah, now then. Post up minis galore. I did. I actually had to. Actually, somebody on someone's server for D&D stuff, because they were really making some comments that's like, wow, you are.
Wow, you are 100% wrong. I've never seen anybody be so wrong.
Yeah, very much so, and one of the things they were like, oh yeah, well this faction's all about this, and this, and I literally pull out Volo's guide, flip it, and go, boom. Here is everything about the Gith. You are wrong on every account. Also, if you want to say, well, okay, they're evil. No, the Gith is evil. They are doing what they're told. There is a difference. It was very cathartic. I'm not gonna lie.
And Baldur's Gate come out and people think they know it fucking everything.
Again, if there is weirdness even considered canon in the 5e D&D canonical stuff, there is nothing stopping you from doing something really interesting and unique with it. That's the whole point of tabletop RPGs.
Yeah. If anything, that's why 5e became so popular, is because people could make whatever they want with it. It was the same reason that like Minecraft became popular. Base Minecraft is kind of boring, but when you mod it, it's great. It's like base D&D, a little bit boring sometimes. When you modify it, then we start to get to the fun part.
Dragon Voss, is there a form of D&D where a character is created, or does it need to be together with a DM? It depends, really. It's usually done with a very small group of people, but I know that there have been instances where there have been make your own adventure instances of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I remember what any of them are called? No. Which is why I'm looking to my fellow co-hosts for help.
Yeah, I was kind of just waiting for you to finish up. So essentially, Voz, there are different types of D&D. So there is this. I'm not doing it, but there is the smart answer response to your comment of, yes, there is D&D where you don't have a DM and you just make the characters. It's called writing a book. But that's not fair to say to you because you have a legitimate question. So a lot of D&D, essentially when you go to play a game, you're playing in that Dungeon Master setting, and you approach the DM and say, hey, I want to make this style of character. And the DM will say whether or not that style of character suits their setting, or whether or not they're going to not like say rebuke it, but like will it vibe with it and will it work?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a back and forward on it. So there is very much so that setting of like that idea of there's definitely D&D where you don't have like a campaign and you just like have some stuff, but that's usually just ran for fun for like one person, whereas what we would call standard quote unquote D&D, you actually have like a full group of 3 to 7 people and a dungeon master who is in the process, which aids everyone in creating a character individually, and then the characters come together to be played, and they are almost always a lot of fun.
Yeah, you can make a character independently, but it is very fun because Lord knows we do it all the time for fun. We just come up with character concepts, but it is generally beneficial to the game as a whole if you are playing with other people and in a particular world that a DM has made. If you try to make the character with that setting in mind, if you want to just play a game on your own, this is where we bring up the topic of 5e isn't necessarily built for that, and that is when other RPGs are then put on the table of there are solo RPGs available out there which are specifically made for one person to play that aren't 5th edition.
The other very easy example of that is if there's a D&D thing that you want to play but you don't have like say a group or that, Baldur's Gate. It is very fun a game to play by yourself. And I know a lot of people who do campaigns with people together in them. But it's an example of, it's fantastic to play. Ooh, I just got a super powerful buff. Nice. It's something where you can definitely play it by yourself without the need of others, but almost exclusively it's ran with the DM and the DM's like ideas in mind for how they want the game to be presented.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that answered your question, Ross.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. We have the D&D squad
like 3
here.
Answers. You had 3 answers there.
Mm-hmm.
I do apologize for my answer being
yeah. Yeah. The fourth answer is if on literally just on the basic scale of how do I make a D&D character or do I need a DM is if you Google it, you can find a character sheet, or I can give you one because I have one, and you can just fill it in. is also just the how do I make a character is you have a character sheet and you generally will roll stats with dice and allocate them where you see fit. Each DM tends to have their own rules for stat allocation. Some DMs are kinder, some DMs are harsher, and there is a quote unquote standard set of rules that is provided in the player's handbook, which is probably what most people use when they don't have a DM to hand. Of they will use the standard stat things, but generally, if a character's being made for a campaign, a part of that is the DM will watch you or be with you when you roll the dice or do whatever, just as kind of trying to make sure that everybody is being fair, because we want everybody to have fun, and we don't necessarily want characters who are too underpowered or too overpowered. Of I'm just going to put a 20 in every stat. It's like, okay, well, that's not fun.
At the same time, because as the folks here will know, I tend to play characters that very much stray from what's considered canon D&D. Your DM will work with you to, if you have a specific character in mind that has a particular aesthetic but doesn't necessarily work within the confines of what the book defines that particular character to be, talk to a DM about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the DM's primary goal with any D&D campaign is to make sure that you have fun.
Absolutely.
That you are playing the character you want to play. You are interacting the way that you want to interact with folks.
Mm.
And if you have any concerns about that, the DM is your go-to.
I had previously been quite a stringent DM when it came to things like, well, I mean, this is how the balance is meant to work. And as I've gotten older, I now look at it and say, fuck it. Do what you want.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is, as we know as experienced players, is that even if you did stick to what was in the book, it's not fucking balanced anyway.
Well, Voz, okay, well, let's see. I was thinking of trying to make one just for my character to have a sheath, but I don't know. Right, so this is where our thing from earlier comes in, where it's a case of, well, okay, what does your character want to do? And then you can find classes that will best reflect it. Like,
yeah.
For example, are they someone who can just craft magic from their hands or craft artifice from their hands? Well, there might be an artificer or a sorcerer.
Yeah. It's one of those things where if you're picturing a particular power level for your character, then you just gotta think that you're making the character already at a certain level. Like, if you're making a level 1 character in 5th edition, then yeah, they're not going to be able to explode people with their brains. The game is not built that way. So if you have a particular strength in mind, then it's kind of being like, okay, well, this would be automatically be like a 5th level character, because that's just how strong they are. You know, I introduced some of my family to 5e because they wanted to. Fair enough. And they literally sort of said of like, can I not just blow everybody up? And I was like, well, you could, but then we don't have a game. If you just snap your fingers and go, I win, then I'm like, cool, well, we're not playing. So no, you're level 2. No, you can't just snap your fingers and kill everybody. That's not how the game works mechanically.
It's a common trope with a lot of D&D parties that they turn into what's referred to as murder hobos, where they just go around killing everybody. But of course, that doesn't necessarily make for an interesting story or an interesting game. You don't get that great character interactions if you're just going around going, oh, I'm just going to make you explode. Yeah, you're gone now.
Yeah, I mean, people play the game how they want. You know, obviously, we as a group like our story-driven gameplay. There are groups out there who are murder hobos and enjoy it, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. If they do just want to run around and kill shit, that's the kind of game that they play. Again, it's the sort of thing that you would discuss with the DM when you start the game. Of like, this is going to be quite a story game, or if you're in a group like us where we've been playing together for freaking years, we know what kind of game it's going to be. We're not going to bring a murder hobo to the game. We know that they wouldn't fit in. It's not how we play.
We sort of jab at each other all the time because we have very typical stereotypical types of characters that we like to play as well.
It's fun. Sometimes it's fun to play into stereotypes.
Which is sometimes fun, but then every so often you can have fun with your friends by playing against type as well.
Yes.
Which is always a fun thing to do.
Also very fun.
But when it comes to creating characters in such a way, I don't necessarily think of the abilities first, because that is something that's just going to be functional within the game.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of try and think of a character hook first. For in the case of one of my characters who hasn't actually ended up getting a character design as of yet, but she is in the process of getting one. I, for example, have a Earth Genocide cross tiefling character named Doric, who is fundamentally my love of the aesthetics from the old Disney Gargoyles cartoon put into a D&D character. But in order to try and work up the aesthetic for this character, I went, Earth Genocide Tiefling, because it just creates that specific aesthetic. Plus, I can play around with the whole idea of, Earth Genocide, therefore they can turn into stone, like in the cartoon. So there's ways in which you can play with it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not restricting myself to any particular abilities with that. There's nothing sort of inherently more powerful over the fact that my character could turn into stone at any given point. That's, to me, that's more flavor for the character. There's also something you could say about this character who has a thing about pigeons landing on them or something. and they either getting irritated by them, or you know what, I don't mind them, they're kind of cute. It's that helps you get
you all pigeons.
All right, Shale, calm down.
So that's a good indication of, this is how I channel this character. This is how this character is. And in that process, when you actually start playing the game and start literally leveling up the character and gaining those abilities, you start thinking, these abilities make sense for this character because that's what I'm physically doing. This is what my role is within the story as a whole.
Yeah. It's also one of those things where, like, especially in our friend group as well, we've gotten back when we first started. It was generally more often that we would look at the book and look at what we could get or could do, and then try to build the character around that. And quite often now we do it in reverse, where the character concept comes up, and either by reading through the book or asking around, we then work out of like, well, how can I kind of make this work in this regard? As you say, by like, you can get an Earth Genocide, combine it with a Tiefling, and then it's like, well, you look at the stats and it's like, well, you could, you don't need the Infernal Heritage bits, you could swap that out for, the flight speed of 30 feet instead, because Gargoyle, and then it's like you've built what you want, sort of like stitched it together, but you started with what you wanted as a character rather than statistically first.
Exactly, and at the same time, you can talk to the DM and they go, that's a neat idea for a character. I recommend this, because more often than not, they will know how to fit whatever you want to play within reason into their campaign.
Yeah. Because basically, if what you want to do is you want to make your Sona with a 5e stat block, I could help you do that. I could literally, like, you can tell me what your Sona could do, and I could help you cherry pick out stats if that's what your aim is to do. Like, I've made a 5e character sheet for Blue. Why wouldn't I? It wasn't that hard.
I will say as well that the D&D character sheet is not particularly well designed for a new player.
Yes, yeah. We're familiar with it for the years I've been playing, but it's daunting. It's daunting to a new player.
Very intimidating, and as a result, I struggle in playing tabletop D&D massively for a number of ND reasons. So that's why I always say, think of the character concept first, because if you are still enthused and excited about that character concept, you will make that character sheet work for that character, not looking at the character sheet and then trying to reverse engineer it from there.
Absolutely.
Do you want anything to add on top of that, Hun, or have we covered most of it?
Honestly, I'd say you guys are bang on, but yeah, you have to figure out what you want to do with the character, and then your Dungeon Master can guide you, because Dungeon Master might want to start at level 2 or 3, which lets you, like, play around with it. Or, what a lot of DMs will do, myself included, is, right, so most characters of your character ideas will unlock at level 3, but I want you guys to experience things level 1 and build, so we're going to jump quickly past those first early levels, but also go from there, It's not just going to be the one thing.
That's another thing that I find amusing now that we're quite experienced D&D players, is that as experienced D&D players, we fucking hate being level 1. Level 1 kind of sucks.
Few things make you all panic than me going, you're all level 1. You all go...
We all go, because we're like, cool, so combat is, I hit him, and then he hits me, and then I hit him, and then he hits me, and then I hit him, and then he hits me. It's like, there's nothing interesting in level 1.
And I
There's
hit
nothing
him.
interesting at level
and he
1.
hits
It's
me.
boring. The only reason I make players go to level 1 is if they don't know how to play. It's like, you don't have anything big and interesting because at the moment you're trying to learn what a d20 is.
What the dice doing?
What the dice doing?
It's another reason why D&D is not my preferred tabletop RPG setting. These folks have heard me rant about, absolutely applaud the praises of the Fate system far too much. But it's more that the Fate system allows for that flexibility without the levels, and it's just done with a bunch of d6s.
Yeah. Fate is the kind of system that you play if you're more interested in, as we've said, being a character and telling a story, in that it is a mechanics and number lighter system, whereas I think 5e is reasonably 50-50, especially the way we play it. Some players are a lot more mechanics heavy. Again, this is partly why 5e became so popular, like you could take it either way. But there is a certain amount of the game is still reliant on numbers, and the numbers that you roll and the numbers that are on your sheet that you are adding into things, whereas Fate is a little less more about, well, what does the numbers say? So it doesn't matter what the numbers say, what do I say what I want to do?
Yeah, and I will admit that I am a little bit biased, as in I have issues with numbers. Hence why sort of rolling a d20 plus this number, it makes the brain hurt.
God, it's a good thing you never played 3rd edition.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I've been told. So looking at a system like Fate, I sort of go, right, that's easy for me to sort of literally digest it in my brain in order to work out specifically what's going on. But then at the same time, you can actually do a lot of very interesting story stuff with it. You can actually build really interesting characters in it. But you're not necessarily restricted to, right, you have to play this, you play this particular heritage, you have to do this specific thing, you have to do this specific thing. Which is why I just say, throw the cannon out the window. It's not needed.
I'll take a hammer and fix the cannon.
Alric Goldwood. Also, my dears, darlings, and queers, it is 11:10.
It is indeed. So that is where we should probably wrap up and finish off for the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, all of you, for coming in here and keeping me company. I really needed it.
Anytime.
It was really nice as well. So yeah, as I kind of said, like when the new year comes in, I may shake up the schedule a little bit, but my thought is, at least for the remaining month and a bit that we've got left, is Tuesday might be a bit more of this sort of open mic night, essentially, of if you want to join in, you can be.
Open mic night.
I know, I couldn't think of any other better way to refer to it. What's the deal with airline food, eh? God.
What's the deal with canned peaches?
Oh my god, this is too much. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. This has been wonderful. Thank you very much. I will be honest. There's a chance I may not see you tomorrow. If I do see you tomorrow, that means we're good. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then it means I'm sad. And that is the way things are at the moment. We shall deal with that when I have to deal with that. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all so much. Have a good evening. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.